Welcome to Best Buds Gardening. I'm Julie. Today, let's learn how to grow sweet potatoes in containers. You can use sweet potatoes from the grocery store, but you can't just plant sweet potatoes in the spring. You'll end up with a lot of vine and not many sweet potatoes. The correct process will start the 1st to the middle of February in the U.S. I bought a sweet potato from the grocery store, cut it in half, and placed it in about 2 inches of water. About a week and a half later, you can see it's starting to grow very tiny roots. Here's another angle of the little white roots. We'll change our water every couple of days and keep Mr. Sweet Potato half warm and give him plenty of sunlight in our kitchen windowsill. By the end of February, he's starting to grow buds. And just a few days later in early March, those buds will turn into little leaves. Here is Mr. Sweet Potato half on March 19th. Mr. Sweet Potato will grow these little stick-like vines called slips. We'll just let him do his thing until the little slips are 4 to 5 inches long. Then we will cut our little slips from Mr. Sweet Potato and set the slips into a small jar of water. Change your water every couple of days and continue to keep them warm and give them plenty of light, just like we did when they were growing on the potato. By the end of April, our slips are growing some pretty nice roots. Sweet potatoes do not like to grow in cool weather. So after we have nice roots on our slips and nighttime temperatures are above 60 degrees, we'll start to harden them off, which means gradually getting them used to being outside over a 7 to 10 day period. Do this with the slips right in the jar. After that's been done, we'll dig a little hole deep enough to set our slip into. Bury him right up to the first set of leaves. Sweet potatoes love to grow in rich organic soil. I'm using straight compost. We'll plant the other slips too. I could probably fit 6 or 7, maybe more, into this 15-gallon container. After everybody is planted, we'll give them a little drink to settle them in. Sweet potatoes love to grow in very warm weather. They like as much sunlight as they can get, 6 hours minimum, and I usually don't give mine too much fertilizer. Keep them consistently watered. Here they are, May 25th, June 8th, June 24th, and July 8th. I start wrapping my vines around and around on top of the container to keep the vines in check. Nothing left to do but just keep them consistently watered and wait, and wait, and wait. The end of September, before first frost comes in, we're ready to harvest our sweet potatoes. The first thing I'll do is cut off the vines and get them out of my way so I can see what I'm doing. Then ever so carefully, we'll dig like an archaeologist removing dinosaur bones. Sweet potato skins are easily damaged, and if that happens, they won't store very long. We'll continue to dig very carefully for all of our delicious sweet potatoes. You could dump the container out, that's a lot easier, but I don't want the mess. You'll probably get 2 to 3 sweet potatoes per vine. One final note on sweet potatoes, they are not the same thing as yams. Yams are usually grown in Africa. Sweet potatoes are actually related to morning glories. You might see blooms on your vines, and you might not, but if you do, they'll look a lot like morning glory blooms. You'll want to cure your sweet potatoes for the best flavor. To do this, let them sit outside in the sunshine for 7 to 10 days at a temperature between 70 and 80 degrees. Then, bring them inside and store them in a cool, dark place. Okay, happy sweet potato growing! Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you won't miss out on how to grow your favorite stuff.